Holy moly, the noise update is out. Let's talk about it. The update was teased in a few videos, unlike the Halloween one, and the PT community went crazy. There was something about a bucket, I don't know. Eventually, McPig did a stream similar to the Donkey Kong one, but he played Bring Your Own Class this time. By the way, Bring Your Own Class is really fun, and I suggest you give it a try yourself or with friends. Anyway, the noise update came out on the 12th of March. Let's start off by talking about the main man himself. The noise was changed quite a bit from the one that was found in the files. I wasn't quite correct with my guess of the noise being influenced by the pogo noise, as it's mostly just skateboard noise. His moveset is more vertically focused compared to Peppino. The main move of his is his wall kick, which replaces the wall run Peppino has. It's relatively fun but can be worse than wall run in certain situations, as it's not infinite like that move. He can also do a drill move whenever he's in the air and has his skateboard out, which will kill any enemy and send the noise straight down, and it makes his hurt box smaller. This is also sometimes useful and can be used to get a costume. Pressing the jump and up button while in the air activates your noise crusher, which can be cancelled and breaks metal blocks. Cancelling it, you can do it immediately again, so you can basically fucking fly. Pretty broken, right? Well, the most broken part about the noise is that he can super jump at any time. He doesn't even need to enter Mach Tree. This is pretty insane, honestly. Finally, his uppercut goes way higher than Peppino's uppercut, so it's better used as a movement tool than an attack. The noise's transformations all act differently than Peppino's, but I won't be going over those as there are a lot of transformations in the game, so it would probably take a while. That's the noise done, so let's talk about the campaign has changed a lot when playing as the noise. First off, I just want to mention the title cards. We all probably expected new noise versions of them all, but guess what? We didn't get those. It kinda sucks, but the alternative we got is still pretty cool. There's just stickers of the noise slapped onto each title card. That's right, all of them. Including onto Pig City, which she's already in. That's a very cute little detail. The music has also changed to the noise's weh sound effect. I would have preferred new title cards, but this is very in character for the noise. Speaking of the noise's character, he shows a lot of it in this update. An example, Gnome Forest, my favorite level in the game. First off, the noise doesn't get a replacement for Gustavo. Well, he does, but it's a second noise that acts exactly the same as the normal one. He does act differently on rails in Pig City, however. Anyways, the goblins don't attack you here, instead they just wave at you. The only way to make them attack is to taunt, which makes sense as an achievement would have been impossible here otherwise. You can actually get some new clothes if you go through the entire level without killing any of these gremlins. The whole gimmick of the level, the pizza delivery, is just disregarded by the noise. The noise just kills the pizza you're supposed to deliver and destroys the houses you're supposed to deliver it to. It's pretty funny, honestly. There's more examples of this in the campaign as well. Horsey can finally be killed in a saloon as well. And the noise cheats in golf and forces you to get Primo Berg. All this is very charming and gives you enough reason to replay the campaign. But I've forgotten something, right? Oh dear! I uncovered the bucket and factory! What's the point of it? Why is it in the crumbling tower?
Stop that.
The bosses have all been changed a small bit. Some more than others. Firstly, Mr. Stick is replaced with Noisette. She acts the exact same, but kisses noise instead of just taking your money. Pretty neat to have more Noisette animations, but I know many people were hoping for a playable appearance from her. Oh well. Okay, in the actual fights, the noise himself gets his grab removed from all bosses and gets to use his bombs as his main attack. These are pretty fun to use and make some bosses way too easy to beat. And when I say some, I mean fake Peppino. He also got a few intro animations depending on which boss you're facing, such as being bored for Vigilante and mocking fake Peppino. Let's go in order and cover all the bosses. Pepperman received the least amount of changes by far, only having his painting changed from Peppino to Noise. Stupid Pepper. The Vigilante's poster changes in this fight, and that's about it until the duel. The fight is honestly pretty annoying due to the cutouts. If they weren't there, it'd probably be much easier than the Peppino fight. Noise cheats the duel by shooting his big old gun early and killing poor Vigi. Silly Noise. Okay, now the new fight. The Dois fight is overall fantastic, but firstly, a bit of lore. The Dois and Petito were OCs created by someone named Robbie Is Cool, and apparently McPig found them funny enough to make Petito and Dois actually canon in game. You can see him in Pizza Scare. The Dois also appeared in Bring Your Own Class as his own character, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, the boss arena is super fucking strange. There's Dois-like creatures in the background, and there's one that walks around. Apparently, the one that walks around is an edited frame of the old B rank animation. What a neat fact! The boss himself is the noise fight again, but with one small change. The bombs are replaced with rocks that explode after a while. These rocks won't explode if they collide with the player, so you'll need to be a bit more careful with these. At the end of the fight, one of these stones drops onto the Noise's head, and the cheeky Dois laughs at his misfortune. He then gets dragged off screen by the demon known as Petito, and fucking just kills the Dois off screen. Yeah, the Dois is dead. If you try to revive him, he's just a corpse and you get a free P rank. He's also dead in the Pizza Head fight. It's just a really funny concept, adding someone's shitty recolor OC, only just to kill him off and have their corpse appear multiple times in game. I know you can refight the Dois if you taunt a few times in front of his gate, but let's pretend you can't because it'd be much funnier that way. I haven't mentioned the music, but I'll go over it later. Okay, Fake Peppino is almost the exact same, except for his final form. He's a bit faster, which is scary, right? The noise just scares him off, and Big Peppino runs away like a little bitch, dude! Little bitch! This got me the first time I fought him. It had me laughing for a while. Finally, the pizza face fight is great. You still can't grab in the fight, so you'll need to wait for him to slam into you before throwing a bomb at him. Phase 2 is basically unchanged, but in Phase 3, the noise goes fucking super out of sheer boredom. Yeah. Then it plays out essentially the same as the Peppino version, until the final hit of Pizza Head, where the noise brings out a massive fucking bomb and blows the top of the tower up. This fight is great, and the noise gets a nice Unexpectancy remix. I'm also going to cover this remix right now. One of the best parts of Pizza Tower is undeniably the music. The noise update added some new tunes for us to enjoy. Are they all good? No, they're all shit. I have to mute the game and put on some actually bearable music instead. Okay, joking aside, let's talk about each track. John Gutter's team is replaced with the Noise's jam-packed Radical Anthem. Yeah, that's the name of the song. It's been around for a while and it sounds great. Not much to say. He has a new version of This Tasteful Anchovy, which sounds nothing like the old version. It's very goofy, very in character for the noise, and fits well as an escape team. It isn't very urgent for sure, but that's okay as the noise probably doesn't care that the level is falling apart. But I honestly do prefer the older version. Probably some sort of nostalgia speaking, but it's generally just way more memorable than the new one. Something I honestly didn't expect is that the noise received a new lap team. I was honestly expecting them to reuse Peppino's one, but they made a new song and it's also fantastic. It's very funky and gets you pumped. I love it. It feels a bit like the Hard-Boiled Heavies team from Sonic Mania, but like, way better. The noise receives his own boss defeat track, which is just his team. It sounded weird when I first heard it. Speaking of bosses, the Dois boss team slaps, dude. It's like Pumpin' Hot Stuff was created by Sonic CD, and this is the US version. It's so fucking good. Probably the best track that was added in the update in my opinion. The insertion of the Noises team sounds so menacing. The rest sounds eerily similar to War's team, which I love. So I love this track as well, obviously. Great song overall for a boss that's dead. Anyway, Unexpectancy Part 3, Noise Edition. This is way better than the Peppino version. I'm sorry. Klasky Jino didn't have to go this hard when remixing this one, but they did, and I'm so glad for that. The intro is very similar, but then you hear the guitar and you know it's gonna be completely different. The use of voice clips makes this so good, and my second favorite new track right now. But honestly, it just might be my favorite. I can't decide between the two tracks. There's a cheeky remnant of the old distasteful anchovy in there, and thanks for including that. It's a nice little part. The segment that plays when you fight Pizza Head isn't as good as Peppino's one, but it still fits the noise perfectly. I guess this does confirm that each Phase 3 song is the song of whoever you're playing as. But I hope if McPig decides to ever add another character, that they reintroduce the scrapped Pizza Head Phase 3. Because I really wanted to see an enraged Pizza Head in action. Anyway, the crumbling tower is okay. It does feel like an escape team, but I don't really care for it. While Bye Bye There felt more like a grand escape, this one just feels way more relaxed. Finally, the credits song is great. I really like this one. It's very funky and feels very celebratory. Just what a credits song needs to be. Okay, let's talk about some general things next. The ending screen has the reveal that the Noise campaign is just a movie by the Noise. This is pretty cute, honestly, and I like it because it gives us more Pizza Head! Wait, who's that behind the curtain? The judgment screens are pretty funny, honestly, and have loads of charm to them. What's that? You want me to show them to you? Fuck off, you lazy bastard. Look them up yourself. Don't know where to put this, but then don't make a sound. Noisey is killed and then turned into a puppet. This puppet appeared in this little concept art by McPig, which I found pretty cute. The old heat meter TV spray has been added in for Peppino whenever you get a combo greater than 50, which I found as a neat addition. There's also new unused noise sprites. Let's check them out. First, we have an animation labeled as player N underscore skateboard double jump. This has the Noise use a jetpack to presumably double jump. The next is named player N underscore rap balloon bounce. I honestly prefer the gimmick we have now, as just bouncing off them doesn't seem as fun. The last sprite is a night one, and it's of the Noise ramming into the wall. He looks so ugly in this one, thank god it's unused. Hopefully it stays that way. The new clothes for the Noise are pretty cute, but I honestly can't be bothered getting most of them. Finally, after being the Noise campaign, go to the Pizza Head fight again. In the area before the fight, jump down where you see smoke. You'll end up in Peppino's house, and if you walk out, you'll unlock swap mode. Apart from swap mode, there's a couple of cool things in here. Firstly, there's the medals above his bed, which probably confirm the war veteran theory. Then there's the picture next to the revolver, which is presumably of his brother from the livestream prior to the update launch, Maurice. By the way, watch a re-upload of the livestream if you weren't there to experience it yourself. It was an amazing experience. Finally, right above the door, there's a Snick cameo for all you disgusting rodent fans. Enjoy what you have. Speaking of swap mode, it's the game's co-op mode. You can play it in single player if you wish, where as the name implies, you can swap between characters and it acts like Donkey Kong Country, honestly. Playing it with another person is ideal as it isn't as fun in single player. If you play with another person, one player has total control while the other doesn't. The following can only taunt or try to grab the other player, which will make them the leader. If both players are pressing the mock button, it creates a fight ball which destroys everything in its path and bounces off walls. This mode is extremely fun with a friend and it's a must try for anyone. There's even unique ending art where Maurice is here. Yay! So the Noise update is generally really cool and it'll have me playing for a while. But what's next for Pizza Tower? I assume there's not going to be another character added, as I feel that would just be pretty crazy. I think McPig is going to take a break. Then either add a new floor as DLC, or just move on from PT as a whole. Maybe he could pursue one of those spin-off ideas. American Pepperman seems really fun. But honestly, we should just be glad McPig decided to add the Noise at all. He's a super inclusion and I'm grateful we got such an amazing experience for free. Like, if it was paid DLC, I would say it's definitely worth it. My next video is probably going to be experimental again, so subscribe if you want to see that. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'm gonna go play Yick or something, I don't know.